With the sink and the hob now done, now what I'll be demonstrating is how to do an undermount sink, which is different, as in we are now going to be using two jigs, an upper and a lower, and if you're also aware, there's a router support base. This is important because it will stop your router from tipping. We'll start by first of all using the top jig, lining it up with the front of the worktop, clamping in position. Now what we'll do is we'll centralise the router support. Now you can see the benefit of having this support for the router base. It stops you from doing that. It keeps the base perfectly flat all the way around the cutout. Now what we've got to do is we've got to create a roundover on this piece that we've just worked with. Two reasons for this. One, that is a sharp edge, it must be rounded off because we're doing an undermount. And the other one will become apparent when I put the second jig on, because if you don't put the radius on there, you've removed this material, you will not be able to put a radius on this once that chipboard has been removed. Right, now what we've got to do is we've got to take this down to a 240 finish, because once your sink's in position you won't be able to do this. Now to finish off on this roundover with Scotch-Brite. If drainer grooves are required, now's the time to actually install your drainer grooves, because once your sink is fitted you'll have trouble sanding the grooves. Position your jig in the required position and clamp. The plunge depth on this router has been set to 3mm only. That is the maximum depth you need to go to for the drainer grooves. The router is a 25mm radius roundover cutter. Now what we've got to do is we've got to recess the chipboard for the undermount sink to fit into. This is done by jig number 2, which fits underneath the worktop. Lined up with the front of the worktop again. This gives you equal distance all the way around. Now with the piece that we've already removed, what we'll do is reinsert this. Again, this acts as a router support so you don't tip. You've got to set the router so it stops short of going all the way through the material. Obviously we need to be at the underside of the 6mm material, so this stops short of actually going through all the material. Now what we've got to do is just sand inside the slots to bring it up to the same finish as we've got on the outside. We put silicone on the ledge and on the chipboard, ready to insert the sink.